Welcome to this video where we will be discussing the book The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book is a must-read for anyone who wants to understand the complex relationship we have with money. But don't worry, we won't be diving into boring financial jargon. Instead, we'll be breaking down the concepts in a simple and humorous way, so you can finally understand how your brain works when it comes to money. The book starts off by discussing how money is not just a physical object, but also a psychological construct. Housel explains that our beliefs and emotions surrounding money are just as important as the money itself. For example, have you ever heard the phrase, "money can't buy happiness"? Well, according to the book, that's not entirely true. Money can buy happiness, but only to a certain point. Once your basic needs are met, more money will not necessarily make you happier. This is a concept known as the hedonic treadmill, where no matter how much money we make, we always want more. The book also delves into the idea of financial regret. We've all had that moment where we wished we had invested in that hot new stock or not spent so much money on that designer handbag. But as the book points out, regret is a part of the human experience, and it's important to learn from our mistakes instead of dwelling on them. One of the most interesting concepts in the book is the idea of mental accounting. This is when we assign different values to different types of money without realizing it. For example, you might think it's okay to splurge on a fancy dinner because you've been saving money by cutting back on your morning latte. But in reality, that latte money and dinner money are all part of the same pot and should be treated as such. The book also covers the topic of risk and how it relates to money. Housel explains that people often think of risk as a binary thing. Either you take it or you don't. But in reality, risk is a spectrum, and there are different types of risk. For example, the risk of not saving enough for retirement is much greater than the risk of investing in a stock that might not perform well. The book also talks about how people tend to overestimate their ability to predict future events and how this can lead to poor investment decisions. One of the key concepts discussed in the book is the idea of opportunity cost, which is the cost of forgoing the next best alternative. For example, if you spend $100 on a new pair of shoes, you are also giving up the opportunity to use that $100 for something else. This is a crucial concept to understand when it comes to personal finance, as it forces you to think about whether or not the purchase is truly worth it. The book also delves into the topic of compounding, which is the ability of an investment to generate earnings, which are then reinvested in order to generate their own earnings. This is the power of compound interest, which can make a small investment grow into a large sum over time. The book stresses the importance of starting to invest as early as possible in order to take full advantage of the power of compounding. Another important concept discussed in the book is the idea of diversification, which is the practice of spreading your investments across a variety of different assets in order to reduce risk. The book explains that it is important to not put all your eggs in one basket, as this can lead to significant losses if that one investment performs poorly. Instead, diversifying your investments can help to mitigate this risk. The book concludes with the idea that money is a tool, not a goal. It's important to use money to achieve the things that truly matter to you, whether that's financial independence, traveling the world, or leaving a legacy. It's not about how much money you have, but how you use it. The book encourages readers to find balance in their relationship with money and not to let it consume them. It's important to remember that money is just a means to an end, and not the end itself. The book also touches on the importance of financial education and how having a better understanding of personal finance can help individuals make better decisions with their money. It emphasizes the need for individuals to take responsibility for their own financial well-being rather than relying on others. One of the most important takeaways from the book is the idea that financial success is not measured by how much money one has, but rather by how long that money lasts. The book encourages readers to focus on building a strong financial foundation rather than just trying to accumulate wealth. In conclusion, The Psychology of Money is a must-read for anyone who wants to understand the complex relationship we have with money. It's a thought-provoking and at times a humorous look at the way our brains work when it comes to money. The book provides readers with valuable insights and practical advice that can be used to improve their financial well-being. It teaches us that money is not just a physical object, but also a psychological construct, and that our beliefs and emotions surrounding money are just as important as the money itself. So, whether you're a millionaire or just starting out, this book will help you make better financial decisions and ultimately live a happier life. And remember, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you a really fancy latte, and that's pretty close. Thanks for watching, and remember to always keep your finances in check, because you never know when the stock market might crash, but your latte addiction will always be there.